Good morning, my dear students. Welcome back to your EVS 1 class. Today we will continue with the chapter that we were already doing, that is fruits and seeds. In our last chapter, in our last class, we got to know about fruits and seeds, how fruits are produced and how we get the seeds. Now, today what are we going to so let's have a quick recap. The plant produces the flower. From the flower, it develops into fruits. Inside the fruits, we get the seeds, and the seeds under proper conditions develop into a new baby plant. Right? So today what are we going to learn? We are going to learn about germination and dispersal of seeds. We are going to learn about germination and dispersal of seeds. First of all, what is germination? Seeds can form new plants. When a seed grows into a new plant, it is known as germination. So what is germination, children? Germination is developing of a new plant from a seed. Developing of a new plant from a seed. Now, to develop into a new plant, a seed needs various conditions, various nutrients, various conditions are there which must be present, so that and then only the seed can grow into a new plant, and then only the seed can grow into a new plant. So what are those conditions? First of all, a seed needs soil, air, water and nutrients to germinate. Now, from where will the seed get this? Obviously, the soil has to be good. Every seed, now you know that every seed cannot grow in every type of soil. So, the seed, whatever seed it is, it needs that particular type of soil. Some need sandy soil, some need wet soil. So, a particular kind of soil is very, very important. Then the air, obviously we get air, and the right amount of water. We cannot just, as I told you that I gave you the activity to have the sprout. What did I tell you? Did I tell you to soak it in water completely? No, I told you what? That it should be just at the level of the seed. The water should be just enough for the seed. If you give more water, then what will happen? Then it will not sprout. That means the baby plant will not come out. If you give less water, then also it will not sprout. So, the perfect amount of water, we need just the right amount of water for the plant to grow into a new baby plant. Now, how does a seed reach the soil? When we are talking about dispersal, we will have a detailed discussion about it. As for now, when the fruits are ripe, they fall off from the plant. After a few days, the fruit may decay or dry up, and the seeds get exposed. Now, this is one way when the fruit falls off from the tree, and another one is we all have fruits. So what do we do with the seed? We throw it outside. We throw it in the soil, right? So that is also another way. So what is germination, children? Germination is the growing of a new baby plant. Germination is the growing of a new baby plant from a seed. Next we come to dispersal. So what is dispersal? Dispersal is the spreading of the seeds away from the mother plant. Now what do I mean by a mother plant? Mother plant is nothing but the plant whose seeds are these. Who has the mother plant is the plant who has bore the fruits, and the fruits are having the seeds inside them. Alright. So what is dispersal? Dispersal simply means the seeds moving away. Now you see, just now I told you that the plant for the seed needs water, soil, air and nutrients to grow. Right? Now what happens? The mother plant is there. If the seed falls off just near the mother plant, then what will happen? It will not get enough water, because the mother plant will also take the water from the soil. It will also take up the nutrients. So, and the mother plant is much more huge, much more bigger than the seed. So, it will need more water, more nutrients from the soil. Yes, and the seed will not get enough water, enough nutrients for it to grow. So, it is very important that dispersal occurs, that the seeds are taken away from the mother plant and they get a place where they can get enough water, enough nutrients, enough soil for them to grow. So how do we take, what are the factors which help us to take the seeds away from the mother plant? So first of all, we are having what these are known as the mediums of dispersal. So first of all, we are having wind, then water, animals and explosion. So how come wind? Now I will talk to you about each and every medium. First of all, the wind. Now some seeds are very light. Some seeds are very light and they can be easily flown away by the wind. Like the dandelion seeds. I am sure you all, as you can see the picture, you all can see the picture, right? I am sure you all must have seen this kind of this kind of, let's say, we generally think it to be a fly, right? We generally think it to be a fly. I'm sure you all must have seen this kind of flies entering cottony white color. Yes, but what are these actually? These are the seeds. These are the seeds. So the dandelions, they are so very light. They are so very light that they can easily be flown away by the wind. So what does the wind do? The wind takes the dandelion seed along with them and it places it, and as the wind moves, it reaches to a far off place, and finally when all this, can you see those white, those are the fur. Those are the fur. So once as it moves away, once the fur comes off, then what happens? The seeds fall down on the ground. Once the fur, till the fur is there, the seeds keep on flying. The seeds keep on flying along with the wind, but once the fur comes off, then the seeds fall on the ground, and that is when obviously they have traveled a long route away from the mother plant, and when they fall on the ground in the soil, they get exposed, and then they take up the required amount of water, the required amount of nutrients from the soil to grow into a new dandelion plant. Next, by water, I'm sure you all must have noticed that coconut trees are mostly situated near the water bodies. Yes, the beach areas. What plants do we see the most in the beach areas? The coconut trees, right? Now what happens when the coconut gets ripe? It falls off from the tree. But where does it fall? Since it is near the water, many of the coconuts, they fall on the water, and along with the water they travel. As the water travels, we all know that the water travels. Yes. So along with the water takes the coconut along with it. The water takes the coconut along with it. Now what do we eat of the coconut? We eat the seed itself. The coconut that we eat, that is the seed itself. So obviously when the water takes it, and finally the outside, the rough thing that we find outside the coconut, over the time it gets totally dried up, it decays, and then the seed inside, the part that we eat, that gets exposed, and then once that is exposed, what happens? It takes up the necessary water. Now why the coconut trees are mostly situated near the water? Because it needs a lot of water. We all drink coconut water as well, right? So it needs a lot of water to grow. So the seed is also dispersed. The seed is also dispersed somewhere near the water bodies only, and it gets enough water. The seed gets enough water for itself to grow into a new coconut tree. Next we come to the animals. Like obviously one example I already told you, and that is what? Us. We buy the fruits, we eat the fruit, and the seed we throw it outside on the soil or maybe on the ground, right? So after that, when the seed gets the proper soil, the proper water, the proper amount of water, all the nutrients, then what happens? Those seeds, they grow up into a new plant. Okay, they grow up into a new plant. Similarly, not only us, but the other animals also help. If we talk about let's just talk about the herbivorous animals. So what do you think? When they are eating the fruits, will they just stand there and eat the fruit and throw the seed then and there itself, and then only they will walk away? Obviously not. Obviously not. I'm sure you all must have seen many of the animals while walking along the streets. They are eating, they are chewing something, right? So when they are having the fruits, obviously they will also not be standing just near the mother plant that, okay, no, I will stand here, I will finish my food here and then only I will go. Is it like that? No, they take the fruit in their mouth and they start walking. And as they walk, as they eat the fruit, as they keep on eating the fruit, as and when the seeds come, they throw it. They throw it along their way. And what happens, this is the way when the seeds get away, when the seeds are dispersed away from the mother plant. Birds are also of great help in dispersal. Now birds eat the fruits and disperse the seeds through their beaks and droppings. Okay, so when they are flying away from the mother plant, when they are flying away from the plant from where they have got the fruit, in their way they drop the seeds. Obviously no one eats the seeds, nor do them. So they throw away the seeds along the way. And the last one is explosion. Now what happens, what is this explosion? Explosion is nothing but when the fruit becomes extremely ripe and dry, then what happens, the fruit explodes. It explodes and opens, and then the seeds come out of the fruit. The seeds come out of the fruit, and when they drop from the fruit, obviously they are not square or something like that. Most of the seeds, I'm sure you all must have noticed that most of the seeds are round. So since they are round, they keep on rolling. They keep rolling and they go away. Like we have this peas. We all eat peas, na, the matar. Now I'm sure you all must have seen that you must have popped up the peas to get the pea seeds. What do we eat? We eat the pea seeds, and the covering inside which the seeds are there, that is the actual fruit. But do we actually eat the fruit? No, we don't. We eat the seed. Now I'm sure many times in the course of helping your mother, maybe you have popped up the peas fruit and then the seeds have come out, and one or two you are not able to find. Why? Because they have rolled somewhere else. Yes, so this is a very common phenomena when the seeds explode. Now when they become, what happens when they, now obviously when we bring, we eat it, but what happens, all of them do not get plucked on time. So they become extra ripe. And after that what happens, the fruit explodes, they become extremely dry and they explode, and the seeds, they come out and they roll and move away from the mother plant. That is also a form of dispersal. So children, what are the forms of dispersal that we have learned today? Dispersal by wind, dispersal by water, dispersal by animals and birds, and dispersal by explosion. So I hope children you all have understood it very well, and as for your homework, you are going to read the next 2 pages of the chapter. That is, you are going to finish till the topic of dispersal in the chapter. Okay, so thank you and have a great day.